We're live. We're live. Yes. All right. So, hello. Happy Tuesday, everyone, or whatever day it is when you're watching this. Today's question I'm answering is like, what prop should I use? So I get a lot of great questions on uh, how to make certain exercises more accessible or more possible. And props are a really good way to do this. And it's not easy to maybe know which prop to choose. So props could be a ball like this. We have light weights. We have a theraband. We have a magic circle. We can do a foam roller if we want to. Like there's so many you can use. And so first of all, let me lecture you a little bit about props. The word prop is to prop you up or to help you, right? It's not to live with you forever. So whenever I use a prop on onlinepilatesclasses.com in our classes, we do a couple reps with the prop and then we get rid of it. And we try to do the same exercise without it. So you're basically using the prop to remind the muscles that you're trying to have access to work. So when I am trying to get my fast to work, um, there's a couple props that I really like to use. The magic circle is a great one because you can put it underneath a leg and actually press from the fast, right? You could use a ball for this, but the ball will move around a little bit more. But maybe you have a hip click and that's why your fast is having a hard time. And so then you could use a TheraBand to get rid of the hip click and help you connect to your fast. And then ideally, you take the prop away and then you would do it without and see if you can mimic what is happening. So when deciding what prop to use, first decide which muscles am I having a hard time connecting to. Then we have to figure out which prop will help activate those muscles more. So if it is when you're doing a curl up for anything like 100, a roll up, the ab series, right? Any neck pull. If curling up, you're like, oh, I feel it in my neck. Which of these props will be the best one to prop you up to get into your upper abs? Ball, right? So that's how you decide. Okay, now maybe you're having a harder time connecting to your lower abdominals. So then what of these props would be helpful? A couple, actually. The ball will be helpful. The TheraBand could be really helpful. So you kind of just go through the thing. Okay, I'm having a really hard time squeezing my legs together. So which of these props would be helpful? The magic circle or the ball? Because you could put them between your legs, right? Now, when it comes to putting anything between your legs, you don't want to be on any of the joints. So like, I don't want to be on the knee specifically. You want to go kind of above it, right? With the ankles, you want to be above the ankles. It's just going to be better that way. If you have mobility in your joint that's medial lateral, you don't affect that. So that's really good. Maybe you have a hard time keeping your shoulders out of your ears or connecting your arms to your back. So then you go, which of these props would be super helpful? We have a couple to choose from actually. So you could use the TheraBand and pull it apart and do all of the same all the exercises with this between your hands and you'll feel that, right? Or you can use the weights and then that would help you. So it's really fun to get really creative, and I have some favorite go-tos with each one of these props. I'll be really honest. I love, love, love doing my ab series. We have this as a tutorial. I love doing my ab series with the ball right here, especially if you're someone where the 100 and the ab series bother your neck. Because look, your head is super free. Your spine is in the longest flexion, and then you can do all the things. And it really helps you get into these upper abs. But remember, you got to take it away and try to do the exact same thing with that same looseness in your neck. That way we can teach your body how not to use the props. I really love using the TheraBand for the single leg circle, but people, please, please, please do not become like reliant on this. You'll never ever know when your body is strong enough to be without it until you take it away. So you got to take it away as soon as possible. You can always bring it back and you always go, oh, that didn't work. I also love to use the TheraBand to help warm myself up. And so, you know, you can just really do some shoulder flossing, especially if you're someone who has some tighter shoulders. That's going to be really, really good. And then my favorite thing to do with the weights, if you're not someone who's handles in your mat like I do, the weights are really, really nice to give you something to hold on to so you can still get that grip strength that we want to have in the rest of our Pilates practice. And then you can do everything with the weights pushing down to really activate that. So basically, there is no right answer for which prop you can use. And my hope with today's video is to really empower you to, instead of being super reliant on one particular prop. So sorry. Welcome to being at our house. It's live. Instead of being reliant on one particular prop, have a variety of props and ask yourself in this moment, which prop is going to help me connect to the muscle I'm not able to connect with? And then take it away and give it a try. Be an experimenter. If you want to learn a ton of exercises using props, definitely check out our other tutorials. We have hundreds of them. Binge out on all the prop ones. But I use every single month, I'll use one or two props and we really dive in deep and you can feel what it's like to play with them in a workout. And then again, get rid of them and see how you do. I'm Lesley. Logan, thank you for being here. Thank you for subscribing to this channel and also for sending your questions in. It makes it really fun to come live from our living room and answer them. And you never know what could happen. The dogs could go crazy, or you hopefully will learn something you didn't know before. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time.